Kenya is facing one of its biggest transport shutdowns in recent years. For a second straight day, matatus, buses, trucks, and other public transport vehicles remain off the roads as operators protest soaring fuel prices. Across Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, and other towns, thousands of commuters have been stranded, businesses disrupted, and tensions continue to rise. What started as a transport strike has now evolved into nationwide demonstrations, road blockades, and clashes with police. Today, we break down what caused the strike, how Kenyans are being affected, the government's response, and what could happen next. The strike began after recent fuel price hikes announced by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, commonly known as EPRA. According to reports, fuel prices have increased dramatically over the past 2 months, with petrol costs rising by more than 20%. Transport operators say the increases have made it nearly impossible to continue operating profitably. Matatu owners, truck drivers, and transport associations demanded that the government reduce fuel prices immediately or provide subsidies to cushion operators and ordinary citizens. When talks with government officials failed to produce an agreement, the Transport Sector Alliance declared a nationwide strike beginning at midnight on May 18th. And by morning, Kenya's transport system had largely ground to a halt. As the strike intensified, protests erupted in several towns and cities. Demonstrators blocked roads using burning tires and stones, demanding lower fuel prices and accusing the government of ignoring the suffering of ordinary citizens. In areas such as Kitengela and parts of Nairobi, police were deployed heavily as crowds gathered in the streets. Unfortunately, the demonstrations also turned violent in some locations. According to reports, at least 4 people were killed and more than 30 injured during the unrest. Hundreds of arrests were also made. Authorities accused criminal groups and goons of infiltrating the protests and attacking members of the public. Videos circulating online showed chaotic scenes, with smoke filling streets, businesses shutting down, and residents running for safety. The government responses. The government has defended the current fuel prices, saying global events are partly to blame. Officials pointed to tensions and conflicts in the Middle East that have disrupted oil supply chains and pushed global fuel prices upward. Finance officials also stated that fuel prices are already being subsidized to reduce the burden on consumers. However, transport operators rejected those explanations, insisting that Kenyans can no longer afford the continued increases. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen warned that police would take action against anyone engaging in violence or destruction during the protests. Meanwhile, calls are growing for urgent dialogue between the government and transport stakeholders before the situation worsens further. Impact on the economy. Economists warn that prolonged transport disruptions could seriously affect Kenya's economy. Transportation is the backbone of daily business operations. When matatus stop operating and trucks fail to deliver goods, food prices can rise, businesses lose revenue, and workers lose income. Already, many Kenyans say they are struggling with high prices of food, rent, electricity, and fuel. Analysts say the anger being witnessed across the country is not only about petrol prices, but also broader frustrations over the rising cost of living. And unless a solution is found quickly, the economic pressure could continue to build. As Kenya enters the second day of the nationwide transport strike, uncertainty continues to grow. Will the government lower fuel prices? Will transport operators return to the roads? Or could the protests escalate even further? For now, millions of Kenyans remain caught in the middle, trying to navigate daily life in the midst of rising costs, transport shutdowns, and growing public frustration. What do you think about the nationwide strike? Should the government intervene immediately, or are global fuel prices beyond its control? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on the biggest stories happening across Kenya and around the world. Thanks for watching.